Hello and welcome to vlog number 12. In this episode, you'll see some of the journey I've been on to finally get the P-38 Lightnings into production. I hope you find it interesting. In episode 11, you'll have seen my battle with the 3D printed parts from the Ultimaker 3D printer. You'll be pleased to hear that although it looked horrific, after some careful filing I did have usable parts. The smaller parts were mainly 3D printed using the photocentric 3D printer, then tuned with milliput where needed. Other parts such as the seat and joystick were just sculpted from milliput. I'm still learning how to get the best from the photocentric printer. I know what it's capable of, it's just down to me to understand how to design and configure my parts to get the best result. I decided to make cold cure silicon moulds of all the small parts and convert them to metal masters. You will have seen this process in previous episodes of my vlog. These metal masters will be more durable when it comes to making the final vulcanized rubber production mould. The castings from these moulds came out really well and included the turbo supercharger unit, which I intend to add to the ABS fuselage wingmaster. This was something I hadn't tried before and was worried they may separate during the mould making process. As you can see, the underside of the booms needed a lot of milliput to recover the correct profile of the 3D prints. I also cast some of my new standard 1/72 scale figure blanks. I cleaned these up and posed them forming armatures to then build up in milliput. These 1-inch tall modified figures were then remoulded and cast in pewter to form the final production masters. So, after several days of filling, sanding, filing and scribing, the masters are finally finished and ready for mould making. The metal masters easily withstood the mould making process. I chose to make the parts mould first, to get my eye back in. The mould came out perfectly and gave me a real confidence boost. Now it was onto the big fuselage and tail mould. I tried to make a modulated mould, as I had with the Sherman. This was the first time I tried this technique with an aircraft. When the parts are compressed during the mould making process, the dihedral in the wing is flattened. This was something I wanted to prevent if I could. It wouldn't be a disaster if it didn't work, as the distorted castings can be carefully straightened and corrected once cool, but it would be a good opportunity to learn. The resulting mould partially worked where I tried to modulate it. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm sure what I have will work fine. In the meantime, the bronze undercarriage arrived. These are cast using the loss wax process and have recreated every detail in the masters I sent off in the last vlog. Now I have everything I need to cast the first of the Lightnings and make the samples. This is the P-38G, specifically Miss Virginia, the aircraft flown by Lieutenant Rex Barber. This olive drab P-38G features the early style streamlined nacelle radiators and carries the typical 165-gallon drop tanks. On April the 18th, 1943, Lieutenant Barber was part of a long-range mission to intercept and shoot down the bomber transport carrying the Japanese Admiral Yamamoto. Yamamoto had been the architect behind the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December the 7th, 1941. When decrypted intelligence communications revealed Yamamoto was planning to inspect forces in the Solomon Islands, a mission to intercept his flight was devised. P-38s of the 339th Fighter Squadron were to fly at altitudes no higher than 50 feet to intercept and avoid detection. The P-38 successfully sighted the flight of 2 G-4M Betty bombers and their escort of 6 A-6M-0 fighters. Both bomber transports were shot down in the ensuing engagement, with Lieutenant Barber gaining the credit for Yamamoto's aircraft. The all-silver P-38J has the later deep-chinned nacelle radiators, and in this case is the aircraft of Captain Richard Ira Bong. He became America's highest scoring ace of World War II, with 40 air-to-air kills. Bong's aircraft was named Marge after his sweetheart, who he'd met while on leave, and it carries her photograph on its nose. In December 1944, Bong was awarded the Medal of Honor by General Douglas MacArthur, and he married Marge 2 months later. For more information on these and other models in the Staples and Vine range, visit my website. There you can also sign up to my newsletter to get the latest news on my next releases as they are announced. The links are in the description. In the next episode of Sera'S vlog, I'll reveal the plans I have for my next aircraft projects. You may also be interested in the other projects on my channel, such as Project Mouse, where I scratch build a 1/24 scale replica of Germany's famous mouse tank. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you did, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.